Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Halsey here from SlimmandStylish.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am mass producing cards. So I've made these cards for our team retreat next weekend. They are two different and I'll show you why. And I'm using the gorgeous beautiful friendship set. This is ideal for mass producing. So I'm going to be making these. I've already made a ton of them. All here, all ready to give out. And I'm going to be doing the same today, but I'm actually flipping it. Where I've used Bermuda Bay as the sentiment and the gorgeous grape colouring as the background, I'm actually going to switch it and do it the other way round. So I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay background and the gorgeous grape at the front. And I'm going to make a heap of them today and show you how quick and easy it is so long as you've done your prep work. So I'm just going to pop that off to the side. I'm going to keep the one so we can see exactly what we're doing. What I have already got is I've got my 10-fold card bases already. So this is a piece of A4 paper cut in half and I've scored it in half. So I just need to fold it and put it in. I've actually put my sticker on here to say where people can get the project details from once I've swapped them. I've also got my card backs. So this is Bermuda Bay all cut down. This is 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. So it will fit as a nice background onto my 10-fold card. And then I've got my card front, which is the white base. This is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres. So everything just goes down half a centimetre. I've also punched out a whole heap of the Bermuda Bay circles. These are using the 2¼ inch punch, and I've punched out a load of starburst punches as well, so that will just go on top. And I have cut my ribbon. So this is the striped gorgeous grape ribbon. It also comes in Bermuda Bay, that's why I chose these two colours, and that's the striped one that's on there. I have cut this at 5 inches, and what I've done with each bit is I've tailored the edge. So if it's at a point on that end, it goes the opposite way on that end. And these are all 5 inches and I've got a whole heap of them ready to go as well. So I'm going to try and do 16 cards and see how long it takes. I mean, it's already prepped, but it's just the stamping. So what I've actually done is I have used the 2-inch circle punch to punch myself out a load of post-it notes. I love post-it notes for masking. If you've watched me before, you will know I love post-it notes for masking. And I'm going to take 2 of the card fronts and put them together. This is why these go in opposite directions. Okay, because I'm going to do 2 at a time. I'm going to roughly put this where I want my sentiment to be. This is the sticky part, and then obviously the rest isn't. So I'm going to use a sticky part over the middle join so that it keeps both cards together. And I'm just going to take it so it overlaps a slight bit, probably not that much, but a slight bit, probably about ½ centimetre on that one. And I'm going to do the same with the sticky bit down the bottom this time, and I'm going to do about ½ centimetre over. So it's like that, and that will be where my sentiments go. So the colours I'm using are Melon Mambo, Pineapple Punch, Gorgeous Grape, Soft Seafoam, and Bermuda Bay. The one thing I haven't decided is with this one I use Bermuda Bay for my flowers, whether I'm going to swap it and use it the other way round for this one. I think I'm going to, because I don't want too much Bermuda Bay on the card. Yeah, so that's going to go to Gorgeous Grape and that's going to go to Bermuda Bay. So let's start off with the large one. I always start off with the larger stamps so I can see how I'm going to position everything. I'm going to open these up and just put them to the side so you know what colours I'm stamping, but I won't have all of the pads in view because I'm going to run out of space. I love this stamp set, and I've told the team how much I love this stamp set about 1,000,000 times, so I'm pretty sure they're expecting me to use this as a swap for the retreat. And there we go. So using the big stamp set first, this is on an E block. I'm just going to ink that up. What I found with the big one is you're best to roll it onto the stamp set. So if you're using it from the bottom and roll it up. Okay. And I'm going to pop it across the top, just there, so it covers both cards. This is why it's easier to do two in one go. Okay. And then I'm going to do this side. And another one over the other side. If you had the space, you could put all your two cards together and do this right in a go, but I haven't actually got the space. I'm going to use the flower first. This is going to be into Melon Mambo. I'm just going to come into where all the gaps are with that. And then I'm going to use the heather on Bermuda Bay. It does make more sense to make the heather purple, but I just don't want my card full of Bermuda Bay, as lovely as it is. So I'm going to go around and randomly stamp that in. Okay, and then the Daffodil Delight Sprig. Wherever the sort of room, really. There isn't any rhyme or reason to where I'm putting these on the cards. And to me, it doesn't matter that it's bitty up here, because I like that effect on this card. I think it works. And then soft sea foam for the leaves. There. And possibly there. Once you've done that, remove off the post-it notes, and that's the base part of your card done. So I'm just going to do that on a load of others. I'm going to speed the video up so that you can see me doing it quickly rather than sitting through it, but I will tell you at the end how long it took me to do all of them, so you can work it out how long you will need to take to do 16 cards. Okay. Okay, and since when I put that on speed to now, that just took 15 minutes to do 16. It's less than a minute per one. One thing I will say, I was going to pop it in the voiceover, but just in case my editing has made me forget it, you could really do with one of our chamois by or something for your fingers, because as you're pulling the post-it notes up, my fingers get icky. One of the cards, I did notice this one, it got a finger mark on it, so yeah, just be careful of that when you're actually doing them. And I also got through, I think it was 8 of those post-it circles, so they roughly lasted about two to 3 goes. Just because they're quite thin that they were getting a bit icky. So once you've done those, I'm just going to go through. I'm going to discount that one because it's got my fingerprint on it. And that one. A bit silly of me, really. I should have had the chamois and not really worried about the time. These are all okay. They're okay. That one's not. That one is. That one's not. Oh my gosh, look at these. So yeah, do have your chamois near. Oh, how can you do that? Reject 5 of them. I'm going to see if I can cover those up. But yeah, so when you're doing it, do have your chamois close. So what I'm going to do with all of these now is I'm just going to pop some snail on the back. And I'm going to adhere them onto my Bermuda Bay. I love how this video was like, see how many cards you can do. And I've done 16 and rejected 5. Kind of defeats the object of the video. But it was my fault because I didn't have the chamois near. And I could have really just made more post-it note circles so that as I was touching the circles, I wasn't getting my fingers messy. Or perhaps waited for the ink to dry. But that wasn't the point of the video either. So yeah, these are for our retreat at the weekend. I have 3 fun crafting days coming up. I have our team retreat on Saturday and Sunday, which is done by my upline. So there's 50 of us going. That's why I'm doing these swaps. We're going to a hotel in Birmingham, and it's crafting, make and takes, and sweetie eating and fun times. And I'm really looking forward to that. And then on the Friday beforehand, I've got my own team coming round, and we're having a team session. So there's a few of us coming to that. I think there's about 8. I've got gifts and things to make for that, so you'll probably be seeing some videos of those over the weekend as well. Obviously this video won't go up until after the retreat because I don't want people to know what I've made them before they get there. But when you are going to craft shows, if you're a demonstrator or if you're part of a craft group, you know that sometimes making these swaps can just take ages, and you start them and you think, oh, what a good idea, and then as you get to sort of like your 40th or your 50th one, you're thinking, how could I have made this easier? This stamp set is literally just stamp and go, and look how effective it looks. I've just noticed, by the way, that on a few of these I've made a little mistake. I wonder if you've noticed. I will go through and grab out the ones I've made a mistake on. This one's one of them. That one, that one, that one. There's got to be another one somewhere. I forgot to put the leaves on. I've missed a stamp at the end. So I'll get my soft sea foam out and make some more. Just stamp some more leaves on. But as I did them in pairs, there's got to be another one somewhere that doesn't have the leaves on. I wonder if it's in the reject pile. Oh, that would be good because I can stick the leaf over where my thumbprint was. No one will ever know unless they watch the video. It's not that one, not that one, not that one, that one. Oh, not really sure I can save it. I'm going to go through and have a look and see how I can save these. So that one there has got the thumbprint there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of the Melon Mambo and just pop an extra rose on that. That's that card done. This one. that one. I can sort that one out. I'm going to grab some of the pineapple punch, and I'm just going to make that sprig just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to pop in a melon mambo flower there, so it looks like that's part of the card. That one's done. This one over here is on this side. I don't know whether it would look any good if I put a flower on the corner to cover it. I'm going to do that and see how it looks. I might end up liking that and then adding flowers to all of them. And then it's just these two. How to fix that? Well, I'm going to just do that on that one. And it's got a little egg over there and a little egg over there. I don't like getting my background sheet dirty, that's why I'm doing this. I don't like getting anything on my grid paper. Weird. There we go, actually I think that's fixed. I quite like them in the corner. So I'm going to stick those onto Bermuda Bay too. And then which ones didn't have my leaves on? Those ones, right. This video hasn't worked out quite as I expected, has it? I was trying to show you how you could make the 16 of them in sort of half an hour and just get your swaps done, so long as you've got the prep right. I like prepping though. I'm okay at prepping, just sitting there and doing all the cutting and the punching. Normally pop a TV programme on or something. I've watched recently. I'm gleeing at the moment. I can't obviously glee on camera, otherwise I'll start singing and it's embarrassing. Did the punch outs last night for the preparation of this to Sherlock Holmes. I hadn't watched that before. Jude Law, quite like him. I like Robert Downey Jr. and everyone else who's in it as well, but I think Halsey Law would sound very nice. Quite like him. And there we go, that's the last one. Have you noticed there's nail adhesives back in stock now? So we did have a problem with our container ships. As they were coming over, they didn't have the right stickers on, or customs had changed, or something like that. I get confused. But they've now all been re-stickered, and we're getting things through finally. So if you've had any back orders, they should start to move pretty soon. I'm just going to pop my leaves on here because I forgot them. And I like soft sea foam, so I don't want to miss it. And I'm going to shove a leaf down the bottom, just there as well. I actually really like that at the bottom now. You watch, I'm going to be changing all of my cards so they all have flowers at the bottom, just to add extra time on. So once that's done, I'm just going to pop all my lids on over here because I have a habit of putting my elbow in things. And grab all of those. I do, I really love that. There you are. Make a mistake and own it. I come across my bone folder, fold all of these over. Perhaps I should have done that in my prep, but it's not going to take long to fold 16 of these over, so long as I remember to fold them the right way. So stickers are on the outside. This is how you see how gorgeous our Whisper White is, because it's a slightly off-white. So my labels are white, which are just too stark, really. The Whisper White is slightly off-white, and you can see how gorgeous it is against the rubbish white stickers, really. But I've got my copyright stamp for Stampin' Up to stamp on the back, because when you're doing big projects or selling or anything else, you've got to abide by the Angel policy. So I'll put my copyright stamping up on the back. But I didn't really have anything to say it was mine, so that's why I've stuck a sticker on the back so everyone can see where to get them. And then when you also do swaps at Stampin' Up, you pop in a little ingredients label, which just says which stamp sets you've used and which colours and things like that. So I'm going to pop those into the middle so everyone's got them. Getting in there. I'm really lucky. Where I work, we have a big industrial guillotine. I'm not that lucky on that one though. I've been a bit bad with my scoring there. Look at that. Well out. Yeah, we have a big industrial guillotine at work, and it cuts through loads of sheets at a time. So my tent bases, I just pop them all through, and I can do 1 or 2 packs in once. So I know if I want them all tent fold, I just cut them all in one cut. Takes seconds. So lucky. There we go. So all I'm going to do now is exactly the same. I'm just going to adhesive these and apply them to the bases. Oh, ran out of snail. These are super easy to do the refills with. You just open it at the top, it's a little push down. Out it comes. In goes the next one. Takes seconds. Well done Stamping Up. So that's all the cards made. A bit more stamping now. So I've got my sentiment, which is I love our beautiful friendship. And I'm going to do this in Gorgeous Great. I did do it in Bermuda Bay on the past card, but as I'm alternating it, which one do you like the best, by the way? Shall we have a look at the end? So, I love our beautiful friendship. I love our beautiful friendship. This is going to be long, isn't it, if I say this 16 times every time I've stamped it. Again, a bit of sticking. I'm just going to do these together. There is actually a cheat circle in here. I use 1 sheet of Bermuda Bay A4 piece and got 15 punches out of it, but obviously I wanted 16. I thought I'm not going to punch into a new sheet of Bermuda Bay for 1 circle. So I'll show you what I did. I thought it was pretty clever of me. I'm not normally that smart with my measurements, but I'll show you. So what I did is I cut 2 3/4 circles out so I could get this circle completely out and this circle completely out. I used the imprint of a previous circle. So I had these imprints. So that's where I cut my half and my half out. I had these imprints and I layered them in and stuck them together so it made a full circle. And then when I stick, or hopefully stick, my beautiful friendship bit on it, you can't even see the join. I just thought it was a way of not cutting into an extra piece of paper and using all of your scraps. So I was pretty happy with that. So the rest of it, you're going to need dimensionals. and some glue dots and the ribbon. So with the ribbon, you're just going to fold it so that you've got the two bits against each other. Pop on a couple of glue dots. And this is where you're going to have to be strategic thinking and clever, because not all the cards you've done are in the same place. So I Love Our Beautiful Friendship, that will go on the ones that are this side, so you get the ribbon going that way. Let's pop a couple of dimensionals on. So that will go just there with that circle overlapping there. Okay, and then when you've got one where it goes the other side, you're going to want the ribbon to come the other side of the circle. So this time you want your glue dot on that bit. And on that bit. So your tail goes over that way. Okay, so I'm just going to speed it up while I do all of these, and I'll keep a track of the time as well so I can tell you, and I'll see you at the end. So then with that, that's actually, the whole video has now come to 42 minutes for 16 cards. Who's quick on their maths? Is that like 2.5 minutes a card? These are from Stampin' Up, by the way. Great. Love them, especially if I'm going to craft fairs and things like that. They don't fit the envelopes in, but they do fit all the cards in. So I put all the cards in here, put all the envelopes separately, and then when people pick a card, they just take an envelope with them. But it keeps them nice and clean. And they're also self-adhesive, so you can actually seal them. I won't do that because I want to put all my recipe cards in. But what do you think? For any of our team girls who are going, which ones do you want? Muda Bay? Quarter Scrape Wires? I'm actually putting this on afterwards. Which one did you get? I think I'm going to go for the Gorgeous Grape background being my favourite, but I do like these where I added the extra rose details at the bottom. We won't tell everybody they were for a mistake. Oh dear. Makes me laugh. So, not long really, and it was a good idea for swaps. So if you guys are thinking of doing any swaps or mass producing come Christmas or birthdays, or say you've got a craft stall coming up and you just want to get some pretty cards going and you want to get them mass produced, so you can just get a box of them on the side. This is my suggestion for the stamp set to use. What do you think? Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. All the details and the shopping list are on my website, SlimmandStylish.com, and if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Thank you.